Hi guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time, we started the investigation, and right now, our good buddy over there is doing his best in order to make Sakawa look like a killer, but I'm pretty sure she's not. And I'm pretty sure we're going to turn this around on him before too long.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It does seem like a riddle in a way, but I feel like I can just about see it. Genocide Jack is Toko, but isn't Toko. What does it mean? Damn it! It means don't make me go down this path!
Now I understand.
Except this is not the right path. Which I was a psychology major, I know all about that stuff. I mean, I hate that I have to go down this way, because this is not how I would proceed in real life. Because this is building the case against Toko, and I don't think Toko did it. Yeah, I don't know why she said she wouldn't let Jack take over again. I think she's trying to say, how can you let them think it's me? This makes no sense. Why would... I mean, she's like admitting to it now. Is my theory completely off? I don't think it was. I am so confused now because it's going into a position that I don't know that I can refute. So why were they on the boys' side of the weightlifting? What?
Oh, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
What's wrong with her tongue?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do?
I guess I was just completely wrong. Why did they make it that easy for me?
I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Is she brainwashed? Did Tokugawa, or not, I can't remember his name, but did he, like, brainwash her and hypnotize her and convince her to do this so he could get away with it?
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality! So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
This still doesn't make sense, though.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body!
Also, what happened to the duffel bag?
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the
I keep
sun.
waiting for it to turn and let me start, redirecting the case against him. But I'm having trouble figuring out how it... But this still doesn't make sense with everything. This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
It's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Okay, I kind of love this.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
So how did he convince her to say all this?
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
As far as I know, he's not a master of brainwashing.
A motive?
But wait, they were talking about whether or not who was possessed. They were asking whether he was possessed, and the psychic said he's not his specialty, but it kind of reminded him of possession.
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Man, Celeste, I don't know how she keeps her eyes that wide for so long.
So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Oh, interesting, okay.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre
I can.
fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but there's something that's still bothering me. What she said? I need to get some more details about all this. Alright, good. Here's the turn. Make my argument. I'm going to. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Dang it. Just exactly the killer. I feel like something doesn't match up. It does, I'm not sure.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
Okay, it's because
now
of
we're
the...
talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong.
It is wrong. Okay, good.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Now what's interesting is, does that mean Toko actually is Genocide Jack, but just hadn't killed anyone yet?
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
He's gonna so regret showing me that.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
God damn, I'm starting to love her.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one. I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors.
Several pairs of scissors.
But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their
It
method?
certainly would.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement.
Are you biting your thumb?
Like I
Don't
said,
bite your thumb at me.
I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's
Wait, did you call me a Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, I did totally miss that, actually.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
You didn't kill the lolly girl. crap. I need to see the file. No, Chihiro definitely avoided
I got it!
women.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
Awesome.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
That's true. I hadn't really considered that, but that's very true. Also, it's interesting because when I very first met her, I was like, yeah, she's gonna like flip and kill someone eventually. She seems really like a little off. And sure enough, she's been off for a while. She's been a killer this whole time, but not the killer in this case.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it! But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
That may be the case.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use
Stop
my
biting
own
your thumb, lady.
Class envy of the entire world. Scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that? Da-da-da-da!
She is so glad to be able to talk about this.
She's fully equipped!
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you!
Hey!
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Apparently, and I'm not really sure I want to be around with her.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal.
Except for the
and
fact
not some
that he had already
copycat
reviewed
killer
it.
or whatever.
It's me! Oh, I love how her, name even this is Genocide Jill. Where is he? Boom!
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents. Plus,
Oops.
you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Absolutely.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely
It
you
doesn't matter if you began acting suspicious.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, would you agree? Oh, that is... wow, I completely missed that.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't say they're suspicious before you've ever been inside them.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
I intend to. Oh jeez, yes, sure. Called a truth flashback. Aim at a weak spot and hold down the button. Which has to hold the, then you'll memorize the weak spot. What? So how do I do this?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it!
That's interesting.
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Yes.
So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with
God
you.
dang it. Wait, what? There's not a contradiction. What?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If
I don't understand.
presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it!
Oh, of course, because we didn't know who the person who was murdered was.
The victim was Chihiro.
No, it's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because
That's
Chihiro
a really
was
cool
the
feature, I
victim
like that.
doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead.
Well,
Show us.
Nope, it doesn't work.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to
Oh, there's
it.
plenty more.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this. The proof you're looking for is hidden.
I already know.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit,
Absolutely.
you mean?
Alright, let's do this.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
God dang it.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
No, this thing got in the way.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want
I don't
to
like
kill,
white
I
noise
use
at
my
all.
very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, I shot
Obviously,
it!
somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
God dang it!
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
Can I hurry past this?
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope, was it not?
Okay, I see.
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that
rope before in my life.
There, finally.
No, it's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before.
Absolutely.
Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord? What?
How did no one else notice this?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
If that's really what you think, then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Not in the girls' locker room.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He is doing it again. Lamp! He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Yeah, but we don't have all the facts yet.
I know, but still. There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Why is he saying all this?
What about all that bothers you?
Wait. Something's not right. See the crime, obviously.
God! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
About all this.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Because you switched stuff.
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all that.
Absolutely I do.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byaku, did you just take you off your guard? That's why you suddenly moved to the crime scene. Byaku had been so confident up until now. Maybe he never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been so... So did he not do it?
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else,
Interesting.
let's
what is
see
going
the
on
proof.
Now? This is like a double feint.
Shoot!
No, that's correct. I guess I have to start with the poster first.
I got it!
There we go.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Yep.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Not at all.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
That's what I thought when I first walked in there.
There's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
I am.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Now is where I
got it!
Yep. Awesome.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my
What, did you bring the carpet with you?
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible.
The thing I don't know is why she was in the boys' locker room to begin with.
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Awesome.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble?
That's what I kind of been struggling with.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the
Why was
murder
Chihiro
did
in there?
take place
I thought the same
boys'
thing.
locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have
Obviously
to
she
swipe your
used,
e-handbook across the top of
his.
Chihiro's handbook. Should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Unfortunately, with the big question that I don't even know the answer to looming, I have to end the episode because we're at 33 minutes. So, in just a second, we will continue this, and we will find out the answer, because I want to know too. Thank you very much for tuning in. I will see you all next time for more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Line.